Hey guys, this is Craig Connolly and I'm here with Karina Ramage, who is the artist I collaborated with on the track Life Half Lived. Hello Karina, how are you doing?
Hello, I'm alright, how are you doing?
Good stuff. So these little interview series are just basically me catching up with some of the artists and vocalists I've worked with on the album A Sharper Edge, and to let you guys in the trance scene know a little bit about them. So I believe this is your first time working in trance, Karina. Can you give us a bit of a rundown of what your usual sound is, what music you produce, what you write as performers? Who is Karina Ramage and what do you sound like, basically?
Ooh. So the stuff that I personally write and produce is kind of folky music, like acoustic guitars, vocals and harmonies, and like quite sort of simple acoustic music. And then I do some advert music. So I did like a couple of things for Lenswith, and then just like little bits here and there of like session work, which is like pre-made stuff that I just pop my voice onto. And then I do collaborations. Generally it's in drum and bass, so for a couple of different labels within the drum and bass scene. So it's a little mixture of lots of different things.
That is good, yeah, because I first heard you on Forza Horizon.
Yeah.
Mainly because like I think the drum and bass channel is a good one for me to drive to, because it's not like it doesn't like distract me too much. But then there was this track which kept coming up, and there was a breakdown verse in it, and I was like, oh my god, what is this? Like I kept hearing it every time I play it. I was like, this is like prime trance material. Like it sounds incredible. So basically, I met Karina just by DMing her on Instagram, and you was well up for working on a different genre. So I want to ask you this question. The track was a drum and bass track with Makato. Did you play any games yourself? And what has been the reaction since that track was been put in the game?
So I haven't played Forza, but I do like a little game here and there. Like I do mostly story-based games, and that's one that I've got PS4 and Switch and stuff. So I've been playing Pokemon Sword and doing playing Call of Duty with some of my friends recently, just because you can chat to them and like you've got little missions to do together and stuff, so it's good fun, and it gives us something to do when we've got nothing better to do right now. I got a few messages on Instagram of people playing the game and taking screenshots of them like parking their car and listening to the music and stuff, so it's been really good. And it was a couple of years ago now that it went on there, and it's the first time that I've had any of the music on a game, so it's quite a cool experience, and it's really nice working with Makoto as well. So
yeah, is he based in the UK?
Yeah, so he's originally from Japan, but he's in the UK at the moment. He signed to one of the drum and bass labels I work with.
Brilliant. Yeah, I mean, I don't really know much about drum and bass myself, but since listening to that channel on Forza, we're just basically learning about those artists and listening to them on Spotify. I found your tune, and I just played it on repeat for ages, and I was like, I've got to find out who this person is. Like, this is brilliant. So it's actually one of my favorite tracks on the album, and a lot of fans as well have already been commenting. So yeah, really great job. What inspired you to write the lyrics to Life Half Lived? Like, I often ask vocalists and artists I work with to kind of write about things which resonate with them rather than trying to write a trance track. Because if someone's not heard trance before and they go listen to it and try to write that, it comes out really, I don't know, doesn't like hit the same. So I just ask vocalists, like, write about what you want to write about. So what is it about, like, to yourself?
I mean, a lot of the stuff that I write is based on like a phrase or a saying or something that I heard in my head, or that I've heard someone else say, and it makes me think, or it could be like about a subject or something that's eating me up and that I need to talk about. Because I guess that singing and writing and stuff is quite like a nice way to put down on paper what you're feeling, and to make something good out of something that's bad, or just kind of making the best out of all the things going on in my head. So I don't know, it's just an avenue to write. But I mean, a lot of the time it starts off with maybe a melody that goes in my head, and then I kind of improvise on the melody, make sounds with my mouth, and then the sounds turn into words, and then you build the song around the words. So I don't know, it starts off really vague, and then I build the story around what I'm thinking of.
Yeah, because what I first sent to you was a little bit different to what I usually do. I usually have more of like a beat club demo.
Yeah.
But this track I just thought, I'll just write like a nice piano stringy section type thing for the album. But then when you sent back like the lyrics and the words, I was like, oh, do you know, it really should be a club track. And my girlfriend was egging me on. She's like, God, no, make it into a club track. And I'm glad I did, because the album as a whole is very much a club album. There's no like, you know, chill out bits, which is what I wanted to do with this one. But and it's not only like turned into one club track, we now have 2 club tracks. Okay, and I want to just ask you, last question, have you ever heard any of your music that you've wrote or sang on in like a nightclub? Would you be up for coming to like a trance night and hearing it if I was playing or some other DJs were playing?
So the answer to both those questions, yes. So I heard one of my drum and bass session work songs heard. So I went to one of the events, and actually, to be honest, before I started singing on drum and bass stuff, I went to little festivals, and I quite like the music, and I listened to. So it's not necessarily. I've listened to psytrance before and gone to festivals where there's like a big range of loads of different genres. So I have actually gone to like festivals and like venues where they're putting on different types of music. So I have heard it, and it was really cool, and I'd love to come to like one of your shows with that. Even doing some live performances, like I did some recently, so not so recently, in November, and then I was meant to do some in March and April with the label that I was working with Makoto, and that was such good fun when I did it. So I'd be up to doing that again when all this is like over.
Well, that's great to hear, because like, you know, I play across the UK quite a bit, so I played in London a few times, so I'd love you to come down, and if we can arrange a live PA we will, but if not, you must come down and we'll play the track in the club and you can hear it. Very different to your folk world. I wanted to ask that because obviously, you know, I know you do the folk music and singer-songwriter stuff, but it's a very different world. But yeah, can't wait to show you trance a bit.
Yeah, no, it's going to be good. I'm excited about it.
Thank you very much, Karina, for your time today. And look forward to our July 31st release.